ahead. How is everyone? I hope everything is going good. It's been some trying days. It's been a trying week, and we're about to have another storm here in Cali coming our way. But that's just how it is, I guess. I'm looking forward to the summer. Well, one thing I wanted to say real quick, I've been looking for some airline tickets for the summer. Have you guys paid attention to how much it costs to fly nowadays? Now, I think that's pretty cruel that because they suffered through this pandemic that we've had or still have, they're boosting the prices up on airline. What I paid to fly to Florida last summer was like maybe $400 round trip. It's about $1,000 now. That is really, really ridiculous. And I'm talking about all airlines. Even Southwest got they prices up to the limit. I'm like, I think it was 8 something or something like that. This is all bad. Folks is gonna really think about doing some flying next year. Y'all, you are using and abusing us. That's what you're doing. It ain't right. So I just had to bring that out there. But topic been kind of churning around my head about is a change is about to come. And don't give up. Change will come. You know, when you're dealing with had some serious challenges. And by the way, I was supposed to mention this when I first started. Happy birthday to my eldest son, Jason. Today is his birthday. Happy birthday. I love you so much. I love you so much. Happy birthday, my firstborn baby. So, we have got to hold on to the fact that change will come. Change is about to come. When you're going through the fire of being twisted up with, it seems like everything going wrong. Everything is going wrong. You ever been down that road where as soon as you get over this hurt, boom, you slap with something else, you slap with something else, you slap with something else. And you go through a dynamic period of being slapped. Slapped so many times you probably should be having a concussion. But and we ask ourselves, why me? Why me? Why am I going through this? Why is all this happening? And usually stuff like that happens before a big change. Before a big change that's in your favor. Sometimes you're being tested regarding your strength and your faith and all of that. You're going they say it's darkest before the dawn. So you're going through a dark period before you get to the dawn. And the same thing about when you got people hating against you and they talking about you and they coming at you all sideways about what you're doing and how you doing it and all that. Usually it's because you are shining bright. They want to talk about you. They want to slander you. They want to try to put their foot on your neck because you're doing something right. Okay? So don't pay attention to that. Don't pay attention to that. If you're going through the fire, the best thing, the best first thing to do is pray about the situation. Ask God to help you through, your challenges and your trials and go on about your day. Take one hurdle at a time. Sometimes we try to capture all the issues at once. Earlier this week, I was thinking about so many things I was going through, and today is only Tuesday. Let's say the weekend. I was thinking about so many challenges that has just boom, boom, boom happened, right? And I would say in the past few months, it's just been one thing after another. But you know what? I'm still smiling and I'm still standing. And so what you have to do is you have to stand on the positivity of it all when it's difficult to do it, because there's always some good in the midst of it. There's always a lesson. Things could always be worse. And sometimes we don't want to admit or accept that yeah, it could be worse than this. No, we think ours is the worst slum that could ever happen. And it's not true. Usually when you sit up and talk to somebody that they are going to let you know that they are going through a whole lot more, and you sit back and you be like, wow, really? I thought, man, whoa. So you have got to ride it out. And remember that everyone who says that they are in your corner and they're there for you and they're there for the situation, don't mean that. They just saying something, right? Folks just say something. And then when it come down to it, you can't even get a call back. You can't even get a phone answered. You can't even get well, yeah, I got you. You can't get none of that because they run. They run. Why? Because they don't want to be mixed up in your stuff. They was just saying that because it sounds good. So pay attention to the loyalty. Pay attention to those who don't just talk it, but they be about it. Because when someone's close to you and they are seeing, excuse me, y'all, I'm just moving around. They are seeing that you are having issues and you're going through things. They know you, they know your character, they know the situation, they see that it's a struggle for you. You don't have to ask. If it's something they can do or want to do or could do, they just they gonna throw it out there. Now it's up to you to say if you want that or need that or will accept that. And most should respect the fact if you say thanks but no thanks, and I'll let you know, you know. But trust me, it goes a long way when someone at least will come out and offer. They're acknowledging that they feel your pain and your struggle. And that moves mountains. That really moves mountains. But back to what I originally was saying, you've got to hold on. Change is about to come when you're going through the things that you go through, because it's not meant for you to just keep being beat down with negativity and bad things, especially when you're trying to do good. You're trying to do the best you can by people. You're not perfect. None of us is perfect, but you're trying to do the best you can in regards to other people and your life. You're trying to live a decent, straightforward life. However, not perfect, but you're trying to live right, and you're getting beat down, and that's the test. That's the test. That means change is about to come. And just like the flicker of a light, you're going through this, and all of a sudden, bam, the light comes on. All of a sudden, bam, some good things start happening. And then you on that course of the good, the good, the good, the good. It's like, oh my God, and it stays like that until your next trials. But the things you had to go through, the trials that you had to go through, was meant to build you up stronger to deal with the blessings that was going to come your way. Because just think about it. Those who have come out the fire and who have had lifetime struggles, maybe some years ago, and now look at you now, right? If you had not been through what you went through, it would not have made you the person that you are today, with the wisdom and the knowledge that you have obtained to be able to share with the next. Perhaps it's your offspring, perhaps it's a friend that's going through some things, perhaps it's your relatives, perhaps it's your husband or your wife or whomever. But you have been built up with the strength and ball of fire in regards to a certain situation, and you're there to help uplift them. So there is reasons, and there is people who come into your life for seasons, and then they're gone. And the season was a season full of lessons, full of experiences, full of wisdom and all of that. I was just talking to some ladies today before I decided to take a break in regards to good friendships, good connections. And some of us who have had friends for 30 plus years, And my hat's off and cahoots to you who are still friends and have that bond. Now, you could have had a friendship for 30 plus years and you still have all the love in the world for that person. Why? Because you have been friends and known them half of your life or more, right? And but you both have went in two separate directions, which is very painful. But season had ended. Whatever the season was, whatever the reason was. And see, that's why you have to pay attention to loyalty and the uniqueness of what you have. Because when something is truly solid, I feel when it's truly solid, it don't fall off for that long. You may have differences, you may butt heads, you may disagree. There could be some things that's hurtful that happen for a minute, but you talk about it, you work through it, you bounce through it, and boom, you're solid, you know? And that's what realness is. It's not sweeping it under the carpet. It's not running from coming together and let's work through this. Let's talk about this. Let's try to build this up. It's not about just squashing it. It's about working through it. It's like with any relationship, marriage, the same with friendship. So we was having this talk, me and some ladies, about friendships that they've had for a long period of time that kind of just fell off. And it's really amazing. I thought I was the only one that could say I've had a friendship for 30 some years and it fell off and I don't even know why. I'm still, to this day, I still try to figure out, okay, so what happened? And then you reach out to a person and you constantly trying to talk and weigh and balance and figure out, because you feel like you got it like that, y'all solid like that, and then you don't get no feedback, or they put it to the side and say, well, I'm gonna talk about it when I'm ready. And then you turn around and a couple of years then went by and it's like, well, damn, when you gonna be ready? Because I've been ready, but maybe I need to just fall back. And then when you ready, if I'm ready to be a part of listening, I will. You know what I'm saying? So I thought I was the only one, but there's other people who was expressing to me today that they've had close friendships and the same thing has occurred where they don't even know what happened. The person just fell off. One lady was saying her girlfriend ended up getting in a solid relationship with a dude that was her best friend. She got into this thing where she was in love and she just kind of dropped her off on the wayside. And that's another thing too, dropping friends off because you get with somebody. Now I understand that things will change as far as you're not going to be available all the time with them, but if they in a relationship, you in a relationship, you guys can do couple things, or you guys can do girl things or guy things together outside of your relationship, but you never put down a good friendship because you're now in a relationship. Because why? If something happens, if that relationship does not make it, and I ain't wishing no bad on nobody's relationship. I hope all y'all stay together forever, ever. But sometimes things don't work out, right? You grow apart, they just don't work out. So if that happens and you have put down two very good friends of yours because of what you thought was your whole focus, and then now you're trying to come back that way, and I'm sorry, I know I was wrong, I should have been. They don't want to hear that. Most likely you done lost a good friend, and you also done lost a man or a woman that you ain't with no more. So a true, loyal, good friend is that. And you never squash them. They just got to respect and understand. Now, if you got that friend that's just constantly trying to beat you over the head with competition, well, you don't never be there to spend time with me. And, you're going to go with him, but you don't want, no. You don't want nobody in the midst of trying to have you decide and choose. No, they need to respect the fact that you are in a relationship. There's more things you're going to be doing with that relationship than them, but you still make sure they're included. Okay. And that doesn't mean, ladies, that you're going to the movies with your dude and you always inviting Sasha to come along with you. And Sasha ain't got no man. And it's you, Sasha, and your man all the time going out places. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. And same thing with you, Tyrone. Don't you ain't you don't your partner don't need to go everywhere with you and your girl and just your partner. He needs to get him a date, or you and him kick it, or if y'all giving a house party and you invite him or something, whereas other people he can mix and mingle and blend with, that's something else. Okay, that's different. But y'all doing these solo things and it's you, him, and your girl. Bye, boy, bye. Bye. So back to the original topic, you guys. When you're weighed down with situational things happening to you in a negative or what we call sometimes bad way. Why do we have bad karma? Why can't I shake this addiction to whatever? Why can't I mean, you're having things happen and you're wondering, well, why it's me? And you think that life is doomed. Life is not doomed. First off, we have to make choices. You make choices and you choose a directional course. So if you have made choices to continue down the roads that you feel as though you don't need to be traveling down, or with the people, because see, sometimes, and I'm a little all over the place, you guys, but excuse me, I haven't did a video in a couple of days and I'm just kind of woo. But sometimes we sit up and we end up, what was the thought I wanted to say? We end up being in the midst of connections and friendships and situations that we know is no good for us. We know it's no good for us. We know it's triggers. We know, say for instance, you have this friend that drinks all the time. Drink, 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 drink like a fish. Every time you turn around, they always want to drink. They drink it for breakfast, lunch, dinner. They just want to drink. And here you are, then came clean from your drinking situation, and you drink, you don't drink like that. You just decided to just not drink no more. Now, that's not to say that everybody that comes around you should not drink because you don't drink. You have to get to a place and a course that you're strong to be around certain things and still not drink. However, you do not want to put yourself in situations with people that will cause triggers for you to desire to want to, oh, let me just have that little bit. I come from a past of doing dope, and this is what I'm not me, y'all, not me. I'm talking about. I'm just thinking out loud, talking. This person is saying, I come from a past from doing dope, and I just do a little bit of something, and I drank. So when I drank, I get a taste for want to smoke some weed. When I smoke some weed, I get a taste for want to do a little coke. When I do a little coke, and then I'm like, I'm really wanting to feel it, feel it, feel it. So I get to doing, I like to do a little meth here and there. So I do that. And one thing leads to another. They're all intertwined. So you can't sit up and say, you being an ex-addict, I'm just going to put it there, you being an ex-addict, but you're a addict. And so you are a recovering addict, and you can't say that I can just do a little bit of this and I'll be okay, because I'm no longer gonna do all that other stuff, and that other stuff ain't what I'm trying to do no more. Are you serious? They all fall in line together. If you used to do meth, you have no business smoking weed right now. If you excuse me, if you used to drink like a fish, why do you think it's okay to just have wine? Because that wine is going to make you want to have some Cavassier, some Ripple, some Jack Daniels, all that. You're going to go whoop, just like a fish. That's all it does. It just incites the taste buds and the desire to want more. So that's why most who are in recovery will fall back from doing anything that may lead to them doing the next. You can't just say, I want to smoke recreate, because what? Marijuana is legal somewhat, and so it's legal, so you can just go ahead on and smoke a little marijuana, but you in recovery from some other stuff. Don't make no sense. And how can you can have the love, most love in the world for somebody who is doing the things that they chose to do, that you used to do, that you decided you don't want to do, and you may have to distance yourself. That season is probably up from dealing with that person, right? Because they are triggers. When you hang out with them, excuse all that noise, trucks going by. When you hang out with them, they're gonna make you want to desire that taste. So they're gonna say, "Man, come on, you can just have a little bit. We ain't gonna do too much. Just have a drink. It's my birthday. You've been clean from drinking for the last 4 years, and you having a little toast with us for my birthday. Ain't go. Next thing you know, you done slam down that Cavassier, and here we go. Here we go. And I feel that a real friend is just not going to try to push that on you. They're going to try to encourage you and compliment you for your sobriety. So back to the message at hand, you guys. Remember, when the weights get heavy and things are really, really going bad, remember that there is good coming your way. If you could just hold on to that, hold on to your faith, hold on to paying attention to the fire that you're going through and the lessons that's being taught. Because trust me, there's lessons in the midst of the blaze. And you have to pay attention to that, because sometimes you're getting spanked for something that you knew that you wasn't supposed to do. Just like as a kid, you knew you wasn't supposed to, or you knew you wasn't supposed to be standing close to that heater, and you didn't have no clothes on. You just got out the bathtub and you was trying to get warm, and then you got too close to the heater and your butt got a whole bunch of stripes and lines on it now because you didn't got burnt. You know, you knew you wasn't even supposed to be up against that heater, especially with no clothes on. But you did it anyway. So we have got to pay attention to the lessons. And then after that, you ain't going to get up against no heater no more, are you? No, I don't think so. So pay attention to the messages behind the fire. And then, keep your faith strong, keep your focus strong, and be ready for the deliverance of the hole that you've been submerged in. You're going to find yourself sprouting up like a beautiful flower. But you have got to have your faith. You have got to be diligent about that. Continue to do the things that you need to do in a good way, in a loving way. If you're struggling with something and you fall off, by golly, get up, dust yourself off, and try again. And I'm a true testimony right here with that, especially when it came to trying to get the weight off and going to the gym and trying to eat right. And 1 minute you lose 10 pounds, then you turn around and gain 8 pounds, then you going up and down, up and down, up and down. It was a few times I could have just fell straight on in the river and say, you know what, I'm done. I'm just gonna be chunky, unhealthy, and it is what it is. Even though some people be saying, well, I liked you with that big old butt, girl. You had that big old juicy watermelon. Well, okay. I had a big old juicy watermelon. It was cute, but the girl had some health issues too. And had to get that weight off. That was just a little too much. But I don't mind having a little dunk-a-donk. But, get your stuff in order. You know what I'm saying? So, the challenge was there. The challenge was there with that. And, I fell off a few times and I had to get back up. Fell off a few times with a few things in life and I had to get back up. And sometimes I needed help getting back up. But I got back up and I kept pushing and I kept pushing and I kept pushing. And before I knew it, I was sprouting. So don't give up. Remember, blessings are coming. Things and change is coming. Just continue to do what you do. I hope that this message has touched someone today. I know somebody needed to hear some of this. I was a little all over the place, but that's okay. This is what your hostess with the most, Donna Smith, do. She brings the heat, and I bring it any kind of way that I feel the message needs to be delivered. So you guys have a great day. I got to go. Got to get back again. Happy birthday to my son, Jason. And I will get back with you guys. I'm going to try to get back tomorrow, y'all. What's tomorrow? Yeah. Look for me because I'm going to be looking for you. Have a good one.